the Southern Leaders Conference, and just in a moment, to join me is one of the conveners of this conference, the Executive Governor of Cross River State and the host of this event, Senator Nat'l Imoke. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Governor Imoke.
Thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you for being here. Well, in Calabar.
Very beautiful place you have here.
Thank you.
Now, one of the issues that the keynote speakers actually failed to address is how the leaders of the South actually intend to bridge the ethnic divide in the southern part of the country. You know, the North is most probably divided, united by the language factor. But then in the southern part of the country, so many distinct national identities. How do the leaders of the South intend to bridge this divide?
Well, I think that the honest to goodness truth is that we must acknowledge the issues of justice and equity. Once everyone feels that they have their rights and their rights are not being trampled upon, then you don't have to look at issues from that perspective. And that's what our focus should be. And one of the key things is in defining our position, we must understand the economic impact that this would have on development. So it's not about South-South, it's not about ethnic groups, you understand? It's about equity in a federation. And that is why it's important that we listen to some of the issues that have been raised and we make sure that we bring them to the fore. It's also critical to understand that every state and every region can contribute to the development of a country. It is not just the South-South, it's not the South-West, it's not the North. But everyone, if we get it right with federation and with federating units, we can all contribute meaningfully to the development of this country. Each state has tremendous resources. Each state has the capacity to develop those resources, and each state has a way to contribute. So yes, generally speaking, the whole idea is that as federating units, we can be stronger, and we can have a stronger economy, and we can develop our country faster.
I'm curious to know, Your Excellency, why the choice of Calabar as the as the host of this gathering?
This is a very good question. The Calabar was agreed upon by the conveners for this meeting, and we're very honored to have everyone here in our beautiful city, and I hope you're enjoying it. It's safe, it's peaceful, and it's warm. It's very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Governor Imoke. Well, that was the governor of Cross River State and the host of this event, Governor Nat'l Imoke. And right now I'm being joined by the governor of Delta State, Dr. Emmanuel Odwaha. Well, I understand is one of the facilitators of this event who decided to work behind the scenes. Thank you very much for joining us, Governor Odwaha. Would like to know from you the leaders of the southern part of the country gathering together to thrash out salient issues concerning development and the security. But one thing that's curious on my mind is it that the South actually feels under any form of pressure or any form of threat from the North that has necessitated this gathering?
No, I will not say it's a threat, but over the years, certain things have happened that has given, that made the South feel unprotected, that they are not getting their fair share of what they are supposed to get from the Federation. And you can see that from the presentations, a lot of the Southern people feel that they should get more than what they are getting now, because they contribute more to the Federation, and so they should get more. I believe that is the essence of the whole what we are talking about now. Because like it's a country of 26 states, there are 10 states that are virtually feeding the Federation, either through oil or through taxation. You know, so if those 10 states, for them to be able to survive, I mean, they should get more than what is being gotten now.
Now, you'll be going into a closed-door session right after we talk here. But then I'm just wondering, when it comes to the issue of development, particularly diversification of oil, it has not been mentioned in the open session here. But I want to believe that the economy of the South collectively is one of the issues you may be discussing. So what will you be looking at?
Well, you know, the time point is very short. What we've just done is an opening ceremony. in going into details, we must look at other areas of the economy. States, there are only 9 oil producing states. Every state should be able to develop its economy depending on national resources. There are states that can feed this country agriculturally. There are states in which cultural tourism can even sustain their economy. So in moving forward, we must give opportunity to states to develop their resources. And every country, every state has the resources, even human resources. You know, every state can develop those human resources.
Thank you very much, Dr. Odwan. Okay. So we've been talking to the governor of Delta State, Dr. Emmanuel Odwan, and then joining us right away is also one of the conveners of this forum, the executive governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi. Well, Your Excellency, you have just a few days left to go in your tenure, but then I am wondering, would you want this to be remembered as one of the legacies you're bequeathing on the people of Anambra, the Southeast in general, and probably the rest of the South as well?
Well, yes, because we were part of the planning of this, as you know, we were part of the container. For me, this is critical. It is not just for the South, it is for Nigeria. Because what we are doing is that let the South stay united and be able to talk with one voice, which will help us to build a better Nigeria.
Well, talking about building a better Nigeria, this may be a commendable effort on the part of the Southern leadership to create an atmosphere of unity. But then, how then do you expect to liaise or to interact with the North to create that unifying factor across the nation?
When we have a united position, it is better for us to sit down and talk and negotiate. We want one Nigeria. And those of us in the South must stay united first, and then be able to talk about counterparts in the North with the same voice. And I believe that they too have a united position. With this, it's easy to manage and make it work for the country.
But has the South-East spoken with the same voice before joining the committee of the South-South?
Yes, I believe so. We've done that.
All right. Thank you very much, Governor Obi. Thank you very much for staying with us, and we're now being joined by the Governor of Abia State, Mr. Theodore Orji. Well,
my man.
Oh,
the camera.
Good to have you with us today.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, you're before the camera today and not me this time around.
Thank you.
All right. Now, we've had the open session. You'll be going into the closed session, but I want to find out what exactly would you want the participants at this event to take away with them?
The participants have to take away that the unity of this country is sacrosanct, and that we can do anything possible to make sure that this country moves to the next level. We don't need outsiders to help us. If we have problems here, we have the capacity to sort out those problems. And I think that is what the president has in mind by approving of this conference, so that people will come, we sit down and discuss. Let us know the problems on the table, and ideas will come and we can sort them out.
In the closed session that you are going to be having very soon, of course, I'm wondering why is it that that session has to be closed, why it doesn't have to be open, because those are the key things that would actually impact on the lives of the people of the South.
Yes, it has to be closed because we don't want it to be explosive. If you let it open for every person, there's going to be some disruption. So the selected people are going to discuss these issues and arrive at conclusions which will be made available to the people.
All right, we'll be looking forward to that communique.
Thank you. I wish you would be there.
I hope so. Thank you very much. Okay. A lot of jostling and a lot of tapping, but we're live on camera right now, and sorry I have to look a bit distracted back there, but we've been talking to leaders of the South. That's the region extending all the way from the border with Benin Republic to the west, all the way to the border with Cameroon in the east, and those are the 17 states that make up southern Nigeria. And we're here live at Tinapa Resort in Calabar, the Cross River State capital. They'll be going in for a closed session, and for us here, You've been watching this broadcast live on Channels Television.